For a close-up look at all your Concho Valley High School football, this is Inside the Game. Sponsored by Mitchell Automotive Group.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back once again to KSAN's Inside the Game. I'm Griff McClellan. We're now in week 4, hard to believe, of the 2024 Concho Valley High School football season. And as usual, we've got plenty of content for you. So without further ado, let's dive right in, starting with the Lakeview Chiefs, who traveled up to Lubbock Thursday night, seeking their second straight win after its offensive shootout in week 3. Week 4, a different result, however. Lakeview and Lubbock meeting for the 3rd straight year. Chris Olvizo, though, hits a wide-open Francisco Rodriguez to get things started, finding him in the end zone to get the Chiefs on the board in this one. The Chiefs defense picking up where they left off, though, from last week, forcing a turnover here deep in the Westerners' territory. However, the Chiefs were unable to make Lubbock pay on that ensuing drive. A little later in this one, Lubbock finds the end zone, and the Chiefs fall Thursday night by the final of 31-13, not the ideal result they were looking for. They travel to Levelland next week. Wall closed its 3-game homestand hosting the Monahans Lobos. But before that, we caught up with head coach Craig Slaughter earlier this week, who discussed changes ahead of week 4.
You know, to be honest, I'm the defense coordinator, and I did not do a very good job of putting our kids in the best positions second half. They made a few more plays than we did. Hopefully I'll do a better job of putting our kids in position to make plays.
Wall entered this matchup tonight 2-1, the Lobos at 1-2. It was all Wall in the first half. Landon York dropping back, fading to the end zone, and the Hawks go up 6-0 to start. 2 possessions later, Wall driving another shotgun snap. Landon York with a quick throw. Reed Robertson makes a man miss. 12-0 in the first. Second quarter winding down, 2nd and goal. Hagan Barbie punches his way through into the end zone, a commanding 20-0 lead going into halftime after the successful 2-point conversion. As the Hawks take care of business at home yet again, moving to 3-1 on the season. Now it's time to scoot on over to Austin, where the TLCA Eagles are desperately searching for their first win. TLCA San Angelo traveled to face the Hyde Park Panthers tonight. These teams are facing off against each other for the first time ever. The Eagles enter this game 0-3, looking for that first win. Panthers 1-1 on the year. Unfortunately, another blowout loss for TLCA, losing by 50, 56-6 the final tonight. Time for a reunion this time. Grape Creek traveled to face the Colorado City Wolves for a matchup that previously hadn't happened since 2011. Grape Creek entered this game 1-2 on the season, the Wolves 0-3, and held the overall series record at 8-2. The final score tonight, 34-28 in favor of the home team, Colorado City. Straight season and returning home after its week 3 road win. Starting things in the first quarter, couldn't ask for a better start. 2 plays in, Gabriel Rodriguez with the pick all the way inside Tigers' 5-yard line to set CHS up in great field position, which leads to this. The jet touch pass works in college football 25. And the Cats up 7-0. A 4th down conversion by Central. The Cats cap off the drive by fending pay dirt, squeaky from a couple yards out. 13-0 after the missed PAT. Second quarter now, the Bobcats add to their lead. Squeaky to the air this time, finds Jimmy Edwards. He will tiptoe down the sidelines and uses his speed to get to the end zone. Makes it 23-0 CHS. Central gets their first home win of the season tonight with a dominant 33-8 win. Our Sean Torres now joins us live with post-game insight from this one tonight. Sean?
How's it going, everyone? This is Sean Torres with KSAN Sports today, and we're at the San Angelo Central Stadium, and we had a very fun matchup. It was the Central Bobcats. They were hosting the Belton Tigers in a pretty lopsided affair. The final score was 33-8, and Belton just came out very slow today. They started off with an interception, and that set up Central very early. They returned that interception to about the 3-yard line. Squeaky English did a little pop pass to Jimmy Edwards. They got on the board really quick within the first couple minutes of the game. And that really set the tone. They got the ball rolling fast and early. They had 16 total points in the first quarter. They came off of 2 touchdowns. They came off a run with Squeaky English and a touchdown pass to Jimmy Edwards, and then they missed an extra point, and then they hit a field goal. And then the rest of the game was pretty much just Central. This has been Sean Torres right here at San Angelo Stadium. Thank y'all very much. Back to y'all.
This live shot is sponsored by AFCO Steel.
We're going to take a quick break, but remember, don't go anywhere because we still have a full show ahead of you for you tonight. Stick around for more Concho Valley coverage. More to come. We'll be back.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Concho Valley ER.
Welcome back to Inside the Game. Let's resume 11-man coverage with a detour in Sterling City, where the Cougars and Eagles collided in an all-Concho Valley matchup. Cristobal seeking its first win, Sterling City seeking its second straight win, first being between these teams since 2007. The Eagles 2-1 this year, Cristobal looking for that first win after an 0-3 start. Cougars have the ball first, but that drive would stall. Both offenses struggling to get going. Second quarter, Cougars have the ball again and recover their own fumble. Later that drive, Cristobal with possession still and a great effort by both QB to almost elude it and the Eagles defense to bring him down. After a Cougars punt, the Eagles set up shop looking to get some momentum in their favor after a non-scoring affair. A deep pass for the Eagles should do that trick. Unfortunately, a few plays later, the Eagles fumble the ball, giving the Cougars the sole score at halftime, getting their first win of the season. Cougars 29, Eagles nothing. Meanwhile, Brady and Ballinger meeting for the 7th straight year. The Brady Bulldogs travel to face the unbeaten Ballinger Bearcats, a meeting that has happened 7 years in a row now, as I said, and 95 total meetings all time. Brady winning the last 3. The Bearcats leading the all-time series 59, 35, and 1. Brady entered this game 2-1, but comes away victorious tonight with a 20-0 impressive shutout victory. Ozona, meanwhile, seeking a bounce-back win after falling to Brady last week, traveling tonight to face the Longhorns over in Harper. A first-time meeting since 2021, been a little minute, that has seen the Lions win the previous 6 matchups with an overall record of 9-2-1 in this series. Ozona enters this game 2-1 of the year. As we speak, Ozona currently trails in a close one by 27-26 in the 4th quarter. Sonora followed the trend of quite a few Concho Valley teams on the road tonight as they travel to face the Alpine Bucks. A 5th straight meeting between these two teams. Sonora had previously won the previous 3 and hold the overall series lead at 26-9. Sonora entering this game 1-2 on the year and comes away with the win 35-8 on the road. We've seen several reunions tonight, but how about this? 25 straight years meeting. Our 3rd Concho Valley matchup took place at Eagle Stadium in Junction tonight, hosting the Mason Punchers. Mason at one point, or coming in, had won 17 straight with an overall record in the series 29-5. Mason entering 2-1 in the season. Junction was undefeated through 3 weeks, but no longer. All Mason tonight, 35-12 on the road and extending the series winning streak to a whopping 18 games. El Dorado hosting Miles tonight, winners of 6 straight in this series and previously 13-2 all time. But Miles looking to change that, coming in undefeated at 3-0. Kicking things off in the first quarter, El Dorado setting the tone early with this downfield throw over the middle. Johnny Ray Adam connecting with Eleazar Hernandez for 6. Extra point good, 7-0 Eagles. Slow start, low scoring affair in the first half, but sophomore QB Liam Yancey staying calm, handing the ball to Devin Medina, who plows ahead. El Dorado with possession again. Adam trying a draw play, but it's well defended by the Bulldogs, notably senior Lane Godfrey. On the flip side, Bulldogs running back Tevin Mead having himself a year, showing toughness on this play and refusing to go down. Things began to change for the Bulldogs in the second half, though, at one point holding a 14-point lead, 21-7, and went on to hold on to that lead for the win, remaining unbeaten 4-0, 21-14 Bulldogs. We're taking another quick break, but stay put because we still have 6-man highlights coming up next. Stick around, folks. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to KSAN's Inside the Game. As promised, time now to delve into some 6-man action, starting in Robert Lee, where the Steers hosted the Blackwell Hornets tonight. Robert Lee came in winning the last 2 in this series. Now, could they extend it tonight? Well, they certainly could. Let's get into it. Robert Lee's opening drive capped off on this run by Brenner Sherwood, setting the tone early. Robert Lee wasting no time right out of the gate, leading 8-0 early. Still in the first quarter, the Steers dominating this one. Sherwood connecting this time with a wide open Nate Semiangio for the score, 16-0 Steers. Next on the ensuing kickoff, the Steers score once again in the blink of an eye on a fumble recovery for a touchdown on this kickoff scored by defensive lineman Levi Bailey. Still the first quarter, just over 2 minutes remaining, the Hornets finally find the end zone on a 4th and goal play action touchdown from Braden Claiborne to Jacob Rivera. It sure was all steers tonight. Robert Lee cruising to a dominant 76-24 rout via mercy rule. Verabest hosting Baird tonight, 3rd straight year meeting. Baird winning last year. First quarter quickly 8-0 in the Falcons' favor. Heading now to the 9:07 mark in the 2nd quarter. Verabest adding more points on the board. AC Natividad pitching it to running back Bryce Martin, who takes it into the end zone to put Verabest up 16-0. Baird trying to make something happen on offense, but it's Natividad again jarring the ball loose and picked up by Colton Schwartz. Still in the 2nd quarter, wouldn't you know it, it's Schwartz continuing to make an impact, this time with a receiving touchdown from Bryce Martin, now 24-0 Falcons. It was all Verabest tonight. The Falcons continue to dominate. Final score, Falcons 75-30. Erie and County Hornets hosting the Garden City Bearcats tonight, first time since 2003. The Hornets winning the last 2 and holding the series at 18-15 overall. The Hornets enter this game 1-2 on the year, winning this one in a high-scoring thriller, 44-40. Next up, Water Valley played host to the Buena Vista Longhorns for the first time ever between these two teams. The Longhorns enter this game 3-0 on the season, with Water Valley at 2-1 on the year, looking to add a loss to the Longhorns' schedule. But Buena Vista holds on for a high-scoring thriller tonight, 54-52. Eden traveled to Midland to face the Eagles of TLCA. This is the 2nd consecutive year these teams have faced, with Eden winning last year's matchup 32-26. Wasn't as close this time. Eden entered this game 1-1 on the year. Was not close at all, though. All Bulldogs tonight, 62-0 on the road. Paint Rock played host tonight to the Rising Star Wildcats. A 3rd year meeting between these two teams, with the Wildcats winning the last 2 matchups and holding the overall series lead at 5-1. Paint Rock still looking for that first win of the year, but make that 6-1 in favor of the Wildcats, now winning by 20 tonight, 52-32. Concluding with an all-Concho Valley showdown, Menard taking on Bront for the 3rd straight year. Both teams entered this game looking for their 2nd win of the year. This Concho Valley matchup was all Menard from the start. The Yellow Jackets up 6-0 early, thanks to Jaden Payton. A few drives later, a nifty play-action fake toss, and Logan Powell is going to find a wide-open Colby Powell for the walk-in touchdown. Picking up now in the 2nd quarter, another play-action fake. Yet again, it worked again. It's Powell finding Powell for the easy roll-out score. Bront with the ball this next drive. A dropped pitch is going to result in another Yellow Jackets score yet again. And if you guessed if Powell would score another time this game, the odds were in your favor. 27-0 at half. And it was all Yellow Jackets claiming tonight's game 47-18. We have one final break, so don't leave your seat just yet. We've got one more big segment coming up, including this week's biggest headlines and a look ahead to week 5. All that next after these messages. We now remind you folks once again, our week 4 Dr. Pepper Trivia Challenge is active. Each week you can head to our website to answer questions about weekly games happening in and around the Concho Valley. Tonight's question, including tonight's match, how many consecutive seasons have the Mason Punchers and Junction Eagles now played each other? What did I say? Was it A, 32, B, 25, C, 18, or D, 11? Visit our Concho Valley homepage to submit your answer. Again, our website, ConchoValleyHomepage.com, to answer this week's questions for a chance at winning a $20 Walmart gift card. Now that we've covered all Friday night action across the Concho Valley, let's dive into some notable Week 4 headlines. Central, back-to-back wins. The Bobcats have new life. Mark Smith picking up now his 2nd win in his first year at the helm. Lakeview falling short in Lubbock on Thursday night, falling to 1-3 on the season despite an offensive shootout the week prior. The Wall Hawks emerging victorious at home for the 2nd straight week. Head coach Craig Slaughter now 2-1 at home, 3-1 overall in his first year as head coach. Previously served as full-time defensive coordinator. Mason Junction once again can't get over it. 25th consecutive meeting. But Mason silenced the crowd in Junction tonight, taking yet another victory from the Eagles and extending the winning streak to 18 over its rival. Now, Week 4 is history, but let's look ahead to Week 5, which has a stacked Friday night lineup of key matchups you do not want to miss. Starting with Central staying right here in San Angelo to host the Waco High Lions, meaning Lakeview is, of course, on the road again, this time heading northwest for a date with the Leveland Lobos. Next on the list, Wall hits the road after a 3-game homestand, heading to face the Sweetwater Mustangs. And lastly, an exciting all-Concho Valley matchup featuring the Miles Bulldogs and Ozona Lions, in which should be an epic rematch of last year's high-scoring duel, a game that Miles won 70-68. Ozona currently 2-1, still waiting their final result. Miles 4-0 now. That should be a thriller. That's all for Inside the Game tonight. I'm Griff McClellan. Thank you for joining us as always, and remember to stay tuned next week. Have a good night, everyone.
Catering for Inside the Game is provided by Chick-fil-A. Inside the Game is sponsored by Mitchell Automotive Group.